First responders are returning home after providing critical relief in the aftermath of historic flooding in northwest Iowa. It's been 2 weeks since the floods left a swath of destruction there. And tonight we're hearing from a Cedar Rapids Red Cross volunteer about how he helped residents put pieces of their lives back together. Iowa's News Now reporter Cedric Bolton III joins us live in the studio with what his trip entailed. Cedric.
Nicole, disaster response is nothing new for Peter Teahen, but he's been a Red Cross volunteer for more than 30 years. But his latest mission was a 2-week trip to Sioux City to provide relief to those impacted by the floods.
The pictures are grim as parts of northwest Iowa are still recovering. But there's a glimmer of hope as hundreds of volunteers from across the country head into the swath of destruction.
Our first goal in these early stages of a disaster is to provide meals and to provide shelter.
Peter Teahen is one of the Cedar Rapids Red Cross volunteers. He just returned home from a 2-week stint there to help areas hit by major flooding.
I was talking to a family just the other day, and they said, they're a long ways away from the river. And they put things up on the second floor thinking they were going to be all right. Then they looked out their window, and to them they described it as a tsunami headed their way across open cornfields, water 5 feet high, sweeping to and completely engulfed their entire neighborhood in water.
Teahen says he was a part of a crew of about 300 volunteers who went to places like Sioux City, Cherokee, and Rock Valley. They helped set up shelters, did damage assessments, and served more than 40,000 meals. The images, he says, are hard to witness, and the days for volunteers are long.
The first night of the storm, we had more than 1,000 people in shelters seeking refuge because there was nowhere else to go. We continue to provide housing, more than 3,300 nights of housing for families out there.
In almost all the communities, the water is receding. Teahen says his favorite part about disaster response is helping people every step of the way.
Shelters isn't a permanent solution. We'll work with government leaders, community leaders, and FEMA to figure out what are some other options. Can we get them into perhaps hotels? There's not a lot of available housing there, but what are the options to get these people back on their feet?
The Red Cross will be on the ground for as long as it takes to recover. If you want to donate, we have that information on our website, iawxnewsnow.com. Reporting live in studio, Cedar Bolton III, Iowa's News Now.